Now, the Gemara in Masechet Shabbat, page 152b. Is one of the sources we learned something new about the afterlife. Well, first, the Gemara talks about how the wicked people go to Gehinnom. Neshama has to be laundered. This perhaps is the source that is manipulated to make Gehinnom sound like a easy peasy laundry machine of some kind. But you'll see that if somebody reads the rest of the Gemara, it's as far from the truth as possibly can get. And one of the parts that shows it is the following. So it is with the Holy One, blessed is He, concerning the bodies of the righteous. He's pleased with the way they safeguarded their souls, and He says, let them come in peace and let them rest upon their couches, meaning their bodies shall rest peacefully in the grave. And concerning their souls, their neshama of the righteous people, He says, may the soul of my master be bundled in the bundle of life. This is a pasuk that Avigail says to David HaMelech. But what about the Reshaim, the Gemara says? God, you said about the tzaddikim. First you said the Reshaim, they go to Gehinnom. Their neshama is full of all types of damage that they made to the neshama. They have to be laundered, like as it has to be, cleansed and so on. And like a garment has to be too. Meaning, just like a garment, if you put, let's say, there's a little bit of fruit juice on it, you put a certain amount of cleaning and it comes out. If you put ink on it, a little more cleaning and it's out. But if your kid comes up with tar all over his clothes, most likely you'll have to, if it's even possible to remove this tar from the clothes, it'll take a lot of work and a lot of laundering. Same concept with the neshama, that makes a lot of sins. If you made few sins like the righteous people, then yes, there is a laundering process that that has to cleanse the soul of removing any stain of the perfect neshama to perfect it. But if you made a lot of sins, you lied, you cheated, violated Shabbat, committed adultery, you raped, you stole, you with a woman and she's nidah, which is not different than being with a prostitute, you did all types of things that are forbidden by the Torah. Each one of these things is a big stain. And if it's a karet, like Chilul Shabbat, like being with a nidah, any one of the 48 different karets, there's 36 in the oral Torah, in the Gemara, and then there's 12 more in the Zohar. Any one of these karets, these are not just stains. These are like literally like infractions. Like these are like breakage. So these things, it's not a regular laundry machine. It's a whole factory just for one time. And if a person does that for many, many years, he violates Shabbat, lives 50, 60 years violating Shabbat. Each Shabbat he makes, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 100,000 sins. Meaning 100,000. If he drove a car, he has probably 100,000 karet sins just for that one Shabbat. It's not like he violates Shabbat and it's one sin for the whole Shabbat. Every single time he violates Shabbat, it's a new karet. So literally one person could just drive to the beach on Shabbat and literally end up the day with 1,000,000 karet sins. So to clean that, it's not, finished, here you go honey, brand new white again, a little bleach. No, Habibi, it's you're talking about serious problems. Serious problem takes a lot of effort. So I said that's the laundering process. All depends on the magnitude of the sins. If they're righteous, on the other hand, both their soul and their body will be at rest, will be good, everything else. But then the Gemara says, no, but we're more interested in Reshaim. Let's go back to the Reshaim. Tell us more. Is it just the laundry process? That's it? Just the Gehinnom? No. Al gufan shel Reshaim, however, the bodies of the wicked, he says, who says? The prophet Isaiah. En shalom amar Hashem l'reshaim. There shall not be no peace, says God to the wicked. Meaning, there is no such thing as rest and peace. Rest and peace is kfirah. Kfirah against the Torah. No such thing as rest and peace. Pasuk in the Torah, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 48, verse 22, En shalom amar Hashem l'reshaim. There is no peace, says God, to the wicked. There's no such thing as rest and peace. Okay, that's the body. So the body we already know goes to where? Chibut HaKever. He's going to have the worms, the maggots, all the angels take care of that body. That for that section, you guys can watch Chibut HaKever movie. Enjoy it, get scared at least once or twice every couple of months. Shtabach Shimo, you're never going to want to make another sin again. But if that's not enough, say, okay, that's just the body, but the soul, how does a soul suffer? Like Manis and company say, soul gets burned, ha. Okay, let's see. Vet nefesh oivecha yikalena betoch Kaf HaKela. Avigail continues the sentence that she says to David HaMelech, which is in the book of Samuel 1, chapter 25, verse 29. And as for the soul of your enemy, may God sling it as from the hollow of a string. Kaf HaKela. Say, what is this? What is this Kaf HaKela? Rabbi Eliezer says the soul of the righteous are ensconced beneath the heavenly throne, but the souls of the wicked are perpetually confined. What do you mean they're confined? They are trapped in Kaf HaKela. Meaning this is different than Gehinnom. This is before Gehinnom, or could be part of Gehinnom, but it's not the same thing as Gehinnom, and we'll go into that. One of the things we learn is that there are 10 different types of Kaf HaKela. It's not just one, like it's mentioned in the Gemara, Pshat. There's 10 different types of Kaf HaKela. So what's going on with these? Says the Gemara, the souls of the wicked are perpetually confined, and the angel stands at one end of the universe, and another angel stands at the other end of the universe. And they sling the souls of the wicked back and forth to one another. As it is written in the end of that verse by Avigail to David HaMelech in the book of Samuel, and as for the soul of your enemy, may God sling it as from the hollow of a sling. Kaf HaKela. So here we see Kaf HaKela is no picnic. You have two giant angels playing ping pong with the soul, while the whole way there's an interesting process that takes place also. It's not like a roller coaster goes, ee, hey! No, it's not like that. Why? Because they're also coming with you the whole process. They're coming with not you guys, the Reshaim, they come with them the whole time, and they give them a beating of a lifetime. Literally. The Gemara continues. Rabba says to Rav Nachman, so both these souls, well, actually it continues the point where it says these souls, who is the angel that takes care of these souls? What's the name of this angel? It says Duma. Duma is one of the Angels, it's a name of an angel. It's really more of a name of a position, it seems like, of an angel that takes care of the wicked people. So the verse and the sources that will constantly come up throughout these other books that I brought here are the main source from the Tanakh is the book of Samuel 1, chapter 25, verse 29. That's a verse in the Tanakh that constantly mentions Kaf HaKela. There's other places, but that's like the main one that's mentioned everywhere. The Gemara that's mentioned everywhere is the one I just mentioned to you. That's Masechet Shabbat, page 152b. But then there's going to be others. Now Kaf HaKela, it's not a single place, but rather there are 10 different types of Kaf HaKela. Meaning, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim v'et haaretz. HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world. Bereshit, the Ramban says, Bechokhmah. In the beginning, meaning, it also means with wisdom. With wisdom meaning that everything has a whole world around it. The flower that you see that seems simple to you or beautiful to you, there's a whole ecosystem around that flower that allows it to live, that allows it to have certain colors, certain smells, certain creatures that eat off of it, feed it, and so on and so forth. The bugs that you see, they live in certain climates for a reason, because there are other bugs that need it. There are other bugs that it eats. Meaning there's a whole world around each and every single creature. Every tree is at a certain place because there are certain use for that tree to be at certain places. Every animal is at a certain place for a certain reason because there's a certain need for that creature. It cannot live in other places. So everything has a world around it. Every blade of grass has an angel that stands among it and says, grow. So there's a huge amount of creation beyond our comprehension, so much so that we don't even understand our own makeup of a single human being. The amount of technology that's inside a human body is incomprehensible to any person or even all of the people put together in the world. There are entire factories that create cells in your body that literally operate like a factory, but better than any other factory you could see in the world, with lines, with certain production, with certain instructions, certain supervisors, certain human resources departments that terminate and hire new people. It's unbelievable. The more you study the cells in your body, the more you realize how stupid we are for ever thinking for a second that Hashem does not pay attention to anything. There is literally so much information in a single cell in any one of the people in the world that you could, if it was written in a book, it would go from here and to outer space back and forth endless times. And that's just one cell. And then there is an entire factory system that produces cells. And they have to fit a certain way. They have to look a certain way. And this is just the cells in your body. And then you have the ecosystem in your the bugs, the flies, the different worms. Every one of them has a certain thing. There's an enormous amount of genius there. Needless to say, there's an even bigger ecosystem that's beyond this world. Why? Because this world is material and limited. Yet there's something that's unlimited, or at least incomprehensible, to the point of seeming unlimited in this world, in the physical world. Needless to say, in the unlimited world, the spiritual world, the world that's beyond this world, there are even more. So, for there to be 10 types of Kaf HaKela, 10 types of punishment divisions, or 7 different types of chambers in Gehinnom, which each and every single one of those chambers has certain departments, it is not showing chas v'shalom viciousness or cruelty, but rather the wisdom and the precision of the judgment of the Creator. Because just like He has an endless amount of ways to give the creation good in both the physical and the spiritual world, with many, many different ecosystems, many, many different types of chambers and places and ways and joys and so on. Needless to say, that infinite way to give us good has a reciprocal of bad, an unlimited bad. But that's also comprised of endless wisdom. Why? Because He that created the perfect soul knows all of the specific thing that perfect soul needs in order to return to its perfection, or in order for it to be destroyed and return the original source to the source.